Hey y'all, what's going on? Coming at you today from Bali, Indonesia. How are you doing? Good. Okay. I think it's time for me to talk about the social issues in going raw vegan or fruitarian, or even if you're just changing your life towards something healthier that is not exactly mainstream. And let me tell you, raw vegan and fruitarian is not very mainstream. It's just feel like such a freak all the time. For most people who try raw vegan or who go raw vegan or who have become fruitarians, this is the most challenging aspect for almost everybody, is the social aspect. And it's because we're social animals. We want to belong. We want to fit in. As much as we say, I go against the grain and I'm like such a rebel. Come on, we all love the feeling of belonging, and in fact, we need it. When we lived out in the wild, maybe in tribes or something like that, we had to be a part of a group. And if that group kicked you out, you probably would die. We do need people who understand us, though. We need to find our own family, whoever that may be. Maybe it's your actual biological family, or maybe it's your chosen family. Either way, it's important, yes, to have support. So if you are somebody who's transitioned to a raw vegan or fruitarian diet, it's actually going to be so important for you to put it out into the universe that, yes, I want more fruitarian or raw vegan or even just vegan friends. Because trust me, you will find them if you look for them. They're looking for you. Man, when I first went to a fruit festival, I shat my pants. I felt like I was at Disney World. Like my version of Disney World. I just was like, I'm surrounded by people who get it. So you got to find the people who get you, no matter what you're into. Beyond that, the other aspect that is really troubling for people is when their friends or family members are having some cooked food or having some really tempting meals, and maybe their family is kind of saying like, come on, it won't hurt, like just have a little bit, come on, it's not a big deal, just have a little bit, it's fine, just have a little bit of this cooked food, it's not going to hurt you, like what's wrong with it? People are going to say that shit, okay, because they don't understand what you're going through. If you're healing from something like multiple sclerosis or any other neurological or autoimmune or chronic condition, people don't understand most of the time what you're going through, so they're going to make up all of these different things, like, well, where are you going to get your protein? And like, what about your fats? Like, you need to get all this stuff. Like, people are going to say a whole bunch of shit, yet you are the one who is living in your body. You are the one who has to live with the outcome of what you eat. You're the one who has to live with the more immediate consequences, whereas your friends or family members who are maybe not going through what you're going through maybe don't have to experience their the immediate consequences, or maybe they are, they just don't realize it. I love feeling good in my body, and I want to eat the foods and take the actions that will give me the greatest outcome and the greatest possibility of feeling good in my body. So I listen to and trust myself, even if that means saying no to somebody else. Because get this, when you say no to somebody else, you're actually saying yes to you. Say yes to yourself. Giving in to somebody else just because you don't want to make them feel bad, because you might offend their cooking or something. See, the rooster agrees. I don't know if you heard that. But if you're trying to placate somebody or not offend them by eating their food that is maybe toxic to you, and probably toxic to them too, that's doing a disservice to yourself. And aren't you an important person, just like the person that's trying to serve you this food? If the tables were turned and your friend was like, listen, I'm on a special diet right now because this is the way that I feel great. This is what I believe is right, or this is what I enjoy, or this is what makes me feel fantastic. What would you say to them? Would you say, oh my God, like, you're so mean for saying no to my cookies? Or would you respect them and say, yes, rock on, you do your thing. If that makes you feel good, if you are healing, like, that's amazing. I'm actually inspired by you. What, can you tell me more? I actually learned in my own experiences, when I show up to a party or a gathering and I bring my own food, or I only eat the things there that I know are going to be awesome for me, people will often ask me questions and look at my plate and say, you're going to eat all that fruit, or you're going to eat all that salad? They'll ask questions like, well, why are you doing that? And I often tell them my story, and a lot of people will find it inspiring, like, oh wow, you healed multiple sclerosis? That's insane. What? Tell me more. Like, just eating fruit? What? If you take your own actions without permission from anybody else, people are going to look at you like a leader. For the most part, some people are going to think you're nuts. And that's kind of fun too. I kind of like being the kooky weirdo. I get off on it a little bit. I mean, what can I say? It's it's a gift. Just as the old saying goes, be yourself. Can you have the courage to be disliked? Or can you have the courage to be thought the weirdo? And some of us feel connection with others when we share food with them. Or when we say yes to eating the food that they've created for us. Like it's a gift that they're giving to you, and it's very generous and it's very kind. And it's okay to say thank you so much. I need to respectfully decline because of these reasons. And sometimes they will understand, and sometimes they might be offended or somewhere in between. But at the end of the day, you are respecting yourself and your own needs. You're the one who has to live in your own body. You're the one who has to deal with the consequences of what you eat. You're the one who might be going through a condition or dealing with symptoms that you are healing or that you have healed and you do not want to come back. By honoring yourself, you're actually showing and teaching others that they get to do the same. So, it takes courage. It takes courage to say no in those situations when you feel pressure. But I'm telling you right now, it's worth it. It just gets easier and easier to say no in a way that doesn't feel like guilt, to say no in a way that feels light, like, oh, you know what, thank you so much, but I actually only eat fruits. Or, you know what, I'm actually on a very special diet right now. I really appreciate you offering this, but no thanks. Or like, no thank you, I ate already. You actually can eat beforehand and be like, you know what, I already ate, but thanks so much. If you really don't want to say, no, I don't want to eat your fucking food. No, I don't want to eat your toxic food, thanks. Maybe you don't want to say that, even though it's the truth. You can bring your own food and say, hey, I want to share this with you. And isn't that lovely to share a delicious raw food or fruit dish? I brought my mangoes. You want some? They're really ripe. It's mango season. I mean, I don't know about you, but if you came to my place and you were like, girl, I brought some fresh mangoes. You want to share? I'd be like, do you want to get married? Be lighthearted about it. It's all good. You're allowed to say no. And when you say no to someone else, you're often saying yes to you. Peace and love, my friends. Bye.